You're on the treadmill every day and you push, but your body isn't changing. You think cardio is the only way to burn fat, but there's one exercise you avoid. It burns more calories than cardio, even hours after your workout is done. But you think, that's for advanced people. I can't do that. And that's why your body fat won't budge. I've used this exercise with thousands of clients. The best exercise for fat loss is pull-ups. Not assisted pull-ups, pull-ups. There's no way I can do a pull-up. I thought the same thing, but I knew there was a huge benefit to them. But with my history of neck issues and shoulder issues and just not really being that strong in the upper body, I thought it was impossible. But I started the protocol that I use with my clients now, and it took a few months, but I was able to do one. And then as time went on, I could do more and more. And you don't even have to be able to do a full pull-up to get the benefits of fat loss and strength in your shoulders. Today, I'll show you why it's the best exercise for fat loss and how it starts changing your body even as you're learning how to do it. To lose fat and keep it off, you want to focus on your metabolism. First, you want to increase your resting metabolic rate. And this is basically just how many calories your body needs to stay alive. Even when you're sleeping or watching TV or just sitting at your desk, your body is burning calories. Muscle tissue is metabolically active, which means it burns more calories even when you're not using it. Fat tissue, on the other hand, is pretty much metabolically dead. For every pound of muscle you have, your body burns about 6 to 10 calories each day just to maintain it. More muscle means a higher metabolic rate, which means you're burning more calories 24 hours a day. For fat loss, you want the best exercise to maintain this calorie-burning muscle and to help you get more of it. The second important thing for fat loss is to focus on exercises that have the afterburn effect. And you may have seen it written as EPOC, which stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, but we like to call it an afterburn. You see, after an intense workout, your body doesn't just turn back to normal immediately. It needs to replenish oxygen stores, remove metabolic waste, repair muscle tissue, and restore normal body temperature. And all of this requires energy, which means you continue burning calories at an elevated rate long after your workout is over. Now, this is true for strength training moves, but not for steady-state cardio. When you do a challenging set of strength training, your heart rate shoots up. You start breathing heavily, and your muscles work at near maximum capacity. This creates a significant oxygen debt, and your body has to pay it back afterward. You actually continue to burn calories long after, making fat loss faster and easier. Pull-ups maximizes this effect like nothing else. Studies show that the afterburn effect can last as long as 2 to 33 hours after your workout. So basically, you're burning more calories while you sleep just because you did this fat loss exercise earlier in the day. This is why short, intense strength training sessions of the right exercises can be more effective for fat loss than long cardio sessions. Pull-ups work so many muscles at once: lats, rhomboids, rear delts, biceps, shoulders, abs, core. No other exercise hits your upper body and core and nervous system like this, especially for fat loss. Learning how to do a pull-up and even getting to a half a pull-up is incredibly demanding on your body. Even before you can do a full pull-up, you will feel your abdominals working, your lower back working, your upper back working, probably even your legs too. And you will get sore. I know I did. I was never more sore in my abdominals than when I started attempting pull-ups. And as you start to feel more of your back muscles, you'll also notice that stretch and elongation through your whole body. It's your spine stretching out. And all of this helps fat loss immediately, even before you can do a full pull-up. So before we get into how you can do a pull-up, let's briefly talk about why it works so much better for fat loss than cardio. When you're in a calorie deficit, meaning less calories you're taking in and more being burned with cardio, your body doesn't just burn fat. It also breaks down muscle tissue for energy. And this is a disaster for fat loss because losing muscle slows down your metabolism. Remember, muscle burns more calories at rest. So we want to keep as much of it as possible. When you lose muscle from that calorie deficit, your resting metabolic rate drops. Your metabolism slows down. It becomes harder to lose weight and it becomes easier to gain fat. And that's why you hit those plateaus and the weight comes back. Pull-ups prevent that by keeping and building that metabolically active muscle. Pull-ups are a full body movement. See, when you challenge your muscles regularly like this, your body sees that muscle is essential and burns fat for energy instead of breaking down muscle. So here's how I built up to my first pull-up. I started with negatives. We didn't have the resistance bands that you can put your foot on to help you up back in those days. We didn't even have the internet. So I started with close grip negatives. When you do that, you use more of your arms, so it's a little more manageable than trying to isolate your back. Now, I made sure I did not swing when I did them, keeping the core tight and the body as still as possible. But I'm going to be honest, they were not pretty. But I kept up with it. And I didn't do any of the kipping things or use any of those assisted machines. I kind of used them as a warm-up 3 to 4 times a week, doing maybe just 1 or 2. And eventually I built up to where I could do a full pull-up and then a couple more and a couple more. And that's also when I started to notice a huge difference in being able to pretty much eat what I wanted and not gain weight. So think about this, even just holding your body on that bar for about 10 seconds fires muscles that you probably didn't even know you had. Over the next few months, your grip will strengthen, your shoulders will strengthen, your coordination will get better. Your back will strengthen. You'll start to feel your body move a little more each time. And at the same time, you'll be building that lean muscle, not bulk, but the lean muscle that speeds up your metabolism, burns more calories all day long, and makes your body more efficient at fat burning. Pull-ups don't just help you lose fat quickly. They help you keep it off permanently. And yes, anyone can start today, even if you can't do a full pull-up, because you don't have to do a full pull-up to start getting the benefits from them. If you want me to map out the full progression of how to get to a pull-up, leave me a comment below, something like, I want the map. In the meantime, start by using pull-ups as a warm-up, even if you can't do one, just to hang for about 10 seconds or so. When most of my clients start to do the pull-ups, they can barely even hang on the bar. It takes a while for us to build up to that, and only do 1 or 2 repetitions. You don't have to kill yourself all at once. It's just a little bit over time. Then move to engaging your shoulder blades for about 2 to 4 repetitions. That'll probably get you to about 1/8 or 1/4 of a pull-up. Of course, keep your strength training along with it, because that's going to help you get there faster. Now go get started, and don't underestimate yourself. You can do a pull-up. It takes time, consistency, and effort, but you will be amazed at the difference in how much easier it is to maintain your fat loss and how good your body's going to feel.